Hi everyone, welcome to Noxanimus Designs. I'm Christina. Today we're going to be doing a review of my yarn stash. Okay, so this is how I usually sort my yarn. I have little shoe boxes that I've put everything into because I have long-haired cats and they get their fur everywhere. So I also store this in a closed cabinet that has doors on it, so super protected away from the cat hair. This is just the first part. Here goes all the other bins that I have. This is pretty much my capacity. The problem with this is that those bags over there also contain the majority of more yarn and more yarn and more that I need to sort through. I need to get all of my yarn into just those boxes. So I've got about 4 bags I'm going to have to destash. And it's all going to get sorted right out here on my bed. I put down the big old sheets because, again, the hairy cats and they get their fur everywhere. So I'm going to start unloading and we'll sort from there.
This is my Sublime. I ended up making my mother a couple of sweaters out of it and fell in love with the texture and just how easy like butter it was to work with. So I started to kind of obsess about it. This is all Cashmere Merino Silk Blend. Majority of this is also the same. This blue right here with the 2 pink, that's an Angora blend. The tans and the blue are cotton and rayon. That upper left with the pink, the black, the gray, and the cream, that's all silk. And then I've got some cotton and mohair. This is my Madeline Tosh.
First row is Tosh Merino Light. This is also Tosh Merino Light.
This is Tosh Blanket. This is Feather. And then these here are Prairie, which is a very nice thin lace. These are Twist Light and Sock. This is DK and Worsted. This is Tosh Vintage. And this was one of the clubs. The Sweater Club, September 2012. I think I have 8 of those. This is my Expression Fiber Arts. These are my little kits that I have. Pile is called Cash Silk. Those little 4 are some of my yak. Sparkle, that's my silk. Resilient sock. Pearlescent fingering. Each of those is its own kind of little thing. Those are what are called oopsie skeins. There's really nothing wrong with them, but as for the color or the texture or whatever, but there's just a little something wrong, so they can't be sold under the actual name that they're supposed to be, hence the reason no labels. And then these are just some of my other groupings that I bought, sweater quantities. And that's about it for the Expression Fiber Arts. She is based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Really, really good yarn. I fell in love with the pearlescent fingering on one of my sweaters that I did. And I'm working on another sweater, hence the reason I've already got those all caked up. I used it for a shawl. Those are called Mermaid's Tears. I'm sorry, Mermaid's Hair. This is my Shibui yarn. Got a couple of lines here. This is the sock line. My eye. This is the Suma. That's Staccato. That one is Pebble. Haven. This is Silk Cloud, the silver one. Then the blues and the whites, those are Billow. Got 2 alpaca. And then those 7 there, Haichi. I plan on doing a Mondrian kind of duster with that one, so that's why I got all the nice neutral colors. So, and there it is again, all of the Shibui yarn.
This is what I have of cotton yarn. Most of it's K&C. Got a couple of Lion brands in there, and then of course the yarn I got from Japan. So got some paint box and Hobbii cotton 8/8, but mostly K&C.
This is my Purl Soho. Currently I'm working on a sweater by MJ's Off the Hook for the tans and the gradients that you see on the bottom. And then I've just grabbed a couple of blues and purples that I thought were pretty. Okay, let's take you on a quick little tour here of what we've got. This is all the Malabrigo. Apparently I really like the reds. I'm working on a little jacket with that bright blue right now. Really like Ravenwood's Fiber Company. If I guess this right, I think it's out of Canada. But this is their Mer Silk, most of it is, which is just so squishy and soft. I really, really like that one. This is my Noro. I don't have much left. I've sold the majority of it. This is Lorna's Laces and Hedgehog Fiber. Not too much of that either. These are Rena's Threads and Crafts. She puts these together out of multiple plies of cotton yarn. And these are all pretty large yardage. See, 1400 for this one. This is an 8 ply, also 1400.
and 1,400. So each of these are 8-ply cotton, 1,400 yards.
This is Life in the Long Grass. A little bit of Plucky Knitter and Dream in Color. This is one of my Rowan bags, along with this for Rowan. Let's see, this is Brooksfarm yarn. I got 4 really nice skeins of that. They're 400 yards each. That's Brooksfarm yarn. This is my Gallier. And then these are my really, really special ones. We just recently went on a trip to Japan, and this is all the yarn that I bought over in Japan. This group right here came from one store, and this group came from another store. This store was called Walnut, and this was their Sakura edition. And then the mohair and silk, kind of like a Shibui silk cloud, very similar. But these are all hand dyed. This is yak. %100% baby yak on that. And then this is another one that they hand dyed. I just really love the colors there. About 360, so about 400 yards. But there it is, hand dyed by Amarisu. Wool, cotton, and silk. Mohair and silk. This is merino wool, and then the yak. These are all cotton. Got a little squished when I had to shove them into the suitcase because they've got the hard rolls in them, and well, they didn't fit unless I smushed. Some beautiful green. My husband actually picked this out for me. I believe it is wool. Unfortunately, I don't know what those are. So it's 70 something and 30 something. Then I got these. And some of this. It's super soft, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make of this. You can see how the yarn looks. But each one is 300 meters for each ball. So I can make something pretty big with that one. Okay, so this is the next batch of garment yarn that I have.
Some left in those bags, and some in here too, along with the boxes back there. So on to the next. Okay, this is round 3, I guess, or the garment yarn. This is the Zen Garden. This is Vail. It's actually really lucky. I ended up getting 3 and 3 when I found it on eBay. And then later on, probably about 6 months later, they sold the other 3 and the other 3, and the dye lots matched and everything. So now I've got 6 of each. This little guy's by himself. And I looked at on this one also. I got 4 of them about a year ago, and then probably about a month ago, I found these 4, and same color, same dye lot. So lucky on that one. This is, I think, my only 100% cashmere. Really beautiful lace here. This also is gorgeous lace. Looks like I missed some Noro. This is also, I found this from one seller and that from another seller. Same color, same dye lot. More lace. I think this is wasabi. Some Willow saffron. This is actually unbranded, but it is wool. Some more lace right in here. A little sparkly shiny. I don't know if you can see that. This is some cashmere. Not much. Alpaca silk cashmere. This is alpaca silk. Good old Shibui. This is also unbranded. I just love the colors. Gray. This is the Berroco soft twist. I ended up with a bunch of different colors. I've used the gold in a in kind of like a summery tank top for the top filigree part. I just haven't packed these guys up. And these are all kind of little one shots that I've got of different places. Sweet Georgia, Forbidden. This is Hobbie's Metallico. Got 2 other colors. I just don't know where I put them. I haven't found them yet. This is all Knit Picks. Got Hawthorne 4. All of these are Muse. That's Muse. This is Muse. Pick this guy up. It's a one shot, but absolutely loved the shine that this had. This is Willow. This is all their denim colors. Spun. Once back to Knit Picks again. But this is their Denim fingering. So it has a alpaca and silk 50-50. What gives it its nice shine. Love the colors here, but not sure what I'm going to do with them. More Knit Picks. And some big old fat wool from Hobbii. Unfortunately, since the de minimis rule is gone, Hobbii has had to tack on 30 to 50% in tariffs. So not sure how much I will be able to purchase from them. Okay, and I think I've just got a few to go, but not an entire bed. Okay, I believe this is going to be it. This is Willow. I'm not going to unpack it since I've got it all packed in there pretty well. It's all Quest. Different colors. This is all Willow Stream. It's, I believe, 70% wool, 30 silk. Yep, The gold Berroco soft twist, I used this double stranded for the main part of the summer top, and then did the gold at the very, very top. Nice little lace work. But double stranded, this stuff is amazing. It's why I've been collecting so much of it. Some ice yarn. I love these colors. It's Picasso. I'm thinking of making a hoodie for my niece out of this. This is my Angora collection. Try to collect some different colors when I can get them. I was very lucky on eBay. Somebody was selling the white skeins for $3 each. So I bought them all. And I've actually probably used about 20 skeins already. And this is what I have left over. That's also Angora. This is kind of like Shibui Silk Cloud. And then the blue there is mostly cashmere. It's 80% cashmere, 20 wool. And those little ones over there, I'm probably going to sell. So I believe this is about it. Got 3 little cases to go. That is some acrylic that I'm probably also going to sell. And we now have everything stacked up. And all of their bins. And then these are the larger bins. Now we get to see if I can get the majority of this into 3 cases. Hey everyone, okay, that's about it. That's pretty much all of my garment yarn. I do have some that's going to be up for sale on eBay, a lot that I've already put up there. I think I've already put up about 300 to 400 skeins on eBay alone, just because I've gotten way too much. So that's for that. And then the next time I do this, it's going to be all of my amigurumi yarn, which is pretty much all the polyester, the Premier Parfait chunky and things like that. Today, we're going to be moving into my acrylic. Part 1 was pretty much all of my garment yarn, which were more of the high quality fibers. Now we're going down to acrylic, and acrylic is going to consist of the garment yarns and the amigurumi. So right now I've got quite a bit to deal with. So you're going to be seeing it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 body bags and 4 boxes that I've got to go through. So I'm not even sure it's all going to fit on the bed right now. Come and join me. We'll see what we can get. Bye. Okay, looks like bed is full. So here's what I've got. These are some skein tones. That's Big Twist Living. Big Twist Living in blue, kind of the mustard and the green. Got a pile of different colored Heartlands. Thinking about making a striped sweater out of that. Here's some KNC. Whoops. Some cotton I didn't know I had. I thought I had all my cotton in one place. A little bit of Cozy Cub. Here's the Sweet Snuggles. Chenille Home. Chenille Home. Chenille Home Light. The different colors are all Big Twist Gentle. Little random purple shade that I had left over from making somebody a little ear warmer glove combination. That's all Scarfy. Got the Big Twist Vortex Canyon, and I think this is Northern Lights. Some little ombre, mandala, and some Supernova in Mars Landing, and I don't quite remember which color that is. And then just some miscellaneous that is probably going to get sold. Now all I have to do is figure out where all this goes so I can make room for the next batch. Looks like phase 2 is done. This is just the Loops and Threads normal acrylic. That's their Impeccable 2 Karen Cakes. That is Premier Puzzle Shimmer, making a mother-daughter cardigan set so they can be matchy-matchy. That's a little pile of woolies. All the Big Twists, they were selling lots of white, so I went ahead and stocked up. That's the faucets, just 3 little skeins of that. I went ahead and got all the furs that Loops and Threads had because I keep needing them. Got some fur from Ice to do a foxtail with. Walmart was having a sale on the frosting, so I got 3 of each of the colors that they had. Some of the plush that I still have, I'm actually probably going to be selling these too. A couple of colors of Big Twist. Lots of baby velvet. I tried to use it, wasn't a big fan, so it's probably going up for sale. This is all Feels Like Bliss. Pain to work with, but produces really good results. A little bit of a Burnett blanket. And then all of this is the new Demi Purl, which I'm really enjoying. And then some more woolies. I have a red panda blanket that I'm going to be making my niece. And of course, that is also a Burnett Forever Fleece. I'm making a blanket of that right now. And that was a raccoon blanket, but I ended up having a lot extra from what they told me to order. So there's a little closer look at the Premier Puzzle. And this is the very last of all of my yarn. I had almost forgotten that I had the Big Twist Hush line that of course was good old Joanne's, RIP. And then this is the Lion Brand's renewal. And so far I've made, I think, 3 blankets out of the Hush, and this is what I have left over. And this is the blanket that I made out of Hush. I think it took about 7 to 8 skeins to complete it, and it fits half of a king-size bed. I can't believe that I almost forgot my largest collection, the Premier Parfait Chunky that I use for almost all of my amigurumi. You're going to see that I have 3 hanging bags that hold all of the colors. I do actually have every single color that Premier offers. And if you see a skein on top, that means I have a full 3 set of skeins sitting there ready to go. Of course, I've got a little more in the black and the white, just because those are the basics. This is now, I swear it, the entire stash that I have. Okay, everyone, that was about it. I think I've gone through 7 king-size bed full of yarn. And I probably have missed about 50 skeins that have actually already been bagged up, so I'm not even sure where they are in the closet. I hope you enjoyed watching all the yarn and all the pretties. Come back. The next one I hope to have is going to be a review of all the yarn that I got during December and January. There should also be another video of all of my February yarn. I just haven't filmed that yet since it's not quite the end of February. And also I should have a small skein count of what I did use during November and December for pretty much Christmas presents. I should also have a skein count for January, and when I do my review in February, I'll add the skein count for February at the end of that. Thank you everyone for coming to my channel. Hope to see you back. Bye. Thank you.